up the alphabet, but it's one of those things where it's like I can do it, but I hate having to do it. Sorry that I look crazy. It's just that we had to like we filmed this on such short notice. Like we had to get the message out. We had to sit down and do this like we have to tell you guys something right away. So Emily and I were watching. We were just like hanging out like the other day, right? Yeah, we were just hanging out, like minding our own business, like nothing like suspicious or anything. No. And like we were just like, oh, like do you want to watch like some like kid shows or something? Like do you want to watch just some of our like old like favorite shows, just like some good shows, some good stuff. Like, and I was like we were like, yeah, like let's do it. Yeah. So we were watching and something really bad happened. We came across some very bad things. Really bad things. Oh. I don't know if I can talk about this. We have to. Really? We have to. Okay, guys. Okay. So, the first show that we were just like watching, because it's like, it used to be my favorite show. Like, I loved that show. Like, it was just like so good. So good. You guys might know it. It's not really that popular, but like, I don't know. Like, you might know it, but like it's called. I feel like some of you guys could. Like you could definitely know it. Like it's called like iCarly. You know. We were watching iCarly. It used to be like my favorite show. Like it favorite literally show. like slaps. Just feed my man. It's like we were just sitting there. We were just watching. And we never really thought anything bad about it. Like it's always been a good show in our head. It was such a good wholesome family friendly exactly, child friendly, like right. My parents used to watch. Well, apparently, that's not true, and we found out some really bad things. Actually, some really intense things. So you guys know like Spencer, right? Spencer. Right, like you know that guy, Spencer. Right? Spencer. Everyone's just goofy favorite goober. Favorite goober. He was just always there. Favorite Glover. He's just Carly's big goofy older brother. His big goofy. He's just a big googly. I mean, like he was fun and all, but like, don't you think it's a little weird for a guy that age to act in such a goofy way? So goofy. So we were just like, we should look into this. Like, what was really going on? What was really going on? Something was off. Right. Not everyone gloves like that. So we were like, so what's up with him, right? What's up with Spencer? So, you know that, okay, you guys know that like iconic like episode with Spencer where, you know, it's all lighthearted. It's all family friendly. Fun and games. Spencer likes to play pranks. He loved playing pranks. He couldn't stop. It was out of control. He was obsessed with playing pranks. Almost addicted. So just take a look at these clips and just see what comes to mind. Just tell us how you think about this. Just tell you what you think about this. Just tell you what you think about this. You know you gotta live it up. So everybody put your hands in the air. It's an all-night party that we're getting you. You think you can't stop it, then the joke is on you. That's right. Spencer was an alcoholic. And I know, like, it may not seem like that much evidence, right? Right. I would say so, too. But it's iCarly. What do you expect? They're not going to just come out. Show. They're not just going to come out and say yeah, like, he's an brother was an alcoholic, a raging alcoholic. Exactly. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, he's chooched and booze. A crazy drunk alcoholic. But just think about it this way. Pranks? Think about how maybe pranks aren't just pranks. And they might be referring to a bigger idea, a bigger problem. A bigger issue. Maybe pranks are alcohol. Maybe it's a stretch. Maybe it's just a stretch. But we found something. You know how Spencer and Carly, they don't really have parents in their lives. There's no, like, parental authority figures. It's just Spencer, and he's just taking care of her like a good big mother. Like he's like a mother. Because their dad was like mentioned sometimes, but like where was their mom? Their mom was never mentioned. Ever. So who's the only other parent? It's gotta be Spencer. Spencer's gotta be the mom, right? So if you look up mom in Malay, you uncover something really detrimental. You get this. So Ibu, right? It doesn't strike you, right? It would be like, what does that mean?
I didn't know at first.
I didn't understand.
No clue, but we
did a little more digging. You got to dig a little deeper sometimes. And
we knew we were onto something. So Ibu. Mom in Malay is Ibu.
And how do you spell Ibu? I-B-U. I don't know if that rings a bell to anyone, because it certainly rings a bell for me.
Almost instantly. It felt like we had heard it before, but I couldn't off the top of my head think of it, so we looked it up and
well,
we weren't surprised, that to say the least.
To say the least, I was quite not astonished. I was comfortable. I was actually secure.
Stable.
In the results.
We were confident in the results.
So, if you look up IBU, you're going to get a very specific definition. One pertaining to Spencer exactly. Let me read it aloud for you guys. IBU is an abbreviation for the International Bitterness Unit Scale, a gauge of beer's bitterness. Beer's bitterness.
Alcohol.
Spencer isn't who you think he is. Spencer's an alcoholic. And I know it's hard for some of you guys to digest or really understand, especially for our younger viewers. We have no subscribers. Especially for our younger viewers
who they might be just starting out iCarly and just thinking Spencer's this big goofy guy. But that's not it.
He's an alcoholic, guys.
Go back and try to watch these episodes.
You can't tell me that after hearing this and going back to watch it
that
we're not right. We are so right. And we know what Spencer's up to. And we support him still, but we can tell that he's really struggling.
You gotta knock it off with the pranking.
You're right.
Harley was so against it and trying to help Spencer, and now that we understand it,
so absolutely concerned for her older goofy brother,
her older mother, her mom, her Ibu, her IBU, her International Bitterness Unit Scale, a gauge of beer's bitterness. So, our next theory involves another show.
Another one that we felt a deep, strong childhood, connection to. Everyone bonded with the show. Who didn't want two fun brothers?
Who didn't want two jolly old brothers?
Two jolly old
step
brothers. Where is Megan?
Two fun stepbrothers.
Drake and Josh.
And I know, again, you're thinking, what's wrong with Drake and Josh?
Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted.
What could be possibly wrong with another good family-friendly, favorite, light-hearted, goofy show about
pure, innocent,
goofy
guys.
Me down every time I hit up. When I get right, I promise that.
But there is something.
We were just watching this, just hanging out,
just really hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Just
watching it.
We were just watching it.
We weren't looking for anything, first of all.
I was just watching this because I wanted to watch it.
I love this show.
Who would have thought that a show could have any ulterior motive?
I don't even know what their motive could have been.
I don't know what they were aiming for when they
I don't know what the message was, but
basically,
Josh
isn't what you think he is. Josh is a simulation. And I know, again, it's a lot to take in, and again, it could be a stretch, but
just take a look at this. I know.
And that's really all the evidence we have for you today, but come on, it's like pretty fucking accurate. I know you can argue with it and you might not believe it, but you just have to face the facts sometime.
Take what you will. All right.
Okay, that's it for that theory. Our next theory is from another kid's show. A kid's show involving sea creatures, sea animals, sea boys, sea girls. SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob.
This show is actually already quite controversial, so.
Okay, side note,
there's some people in this world whose parents didn't let them watch SpongeBob, which is actually really upsetting because
I think it's borderline
neglect. Yeah,
I think
that's the word I would use. I think it's just SpongeBob just means so much. I think he was nice. I think he was funny. He was caring.
I think
he was genuine.
Taught me everything.
I think he was humble. He was a humble sea creature. Back to the theory. So
there's a specific episode.
You probably remember it. Actually, it's pretty popular.
It's pretty common.
Pretty popular.
I don't remember any.
I don't really remember any part of this episode except the fact that they mentioned a specific date.
You might remember Plankton was kind of
he was a little sea boy.
He was a little devil.
A little rebel, per se. He's a little daredevil.
Plankton was known for his little
antics.
Little shenanigans.
Little shit shows. Plankton was an imbecile.
He was an absolute nut job.
The point is,
in this specific episode, Plankton mentioned a very specific date.
March 14th, perhaps?
March 14th!
When you hear it at first, it has little significance, I say, unless it's like your birthday or something. But besides that,
it's just March 14th, any other day.
Any other day. But overall, if you heard the day March 14th, you wouldn't really think of anything, would you? Well, that's what we thought. Until we discovered something putrid.
Plankton referred to this day, March 14th, as
the day that crabs fries.
And again, you might be a little confused right now because what does that mean? Well, we know what that means. So March 14th, the month of March. The month of March. People who were born in the month of March. Famous historical figures born in the month of March.
We found something pretty interesting.
You might be familiar with Harry Houdini, born March 24th.
March
24th. March. So you might be wondering, how could some random historical figure have something to do with some modern kids sea creature show?
What would the purpose of including that be?
What would the significance and the connection and the correlation of those two estranged categories?
Completely just not unrelated things being combined into one?
What could that mean?
We were watching this and just immediately we were like, that doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right. Why would Harry Houdini be born in March and then they would be mentioning Harry Houdini's birth month in a modern kid show?
We were so confused. So
my mind was blown.
We knew we had to
dig deeper.
Dig a little deeper.
And then the idea came to us and we knew exactly why they were correlated. So you guys are familiar with Mr. Krabs. I know. Funny red guy, hides in a shell.
A crab.
Caring.
Greedy.
Just a real package.
And remember what March 14th was?
The day that crabs fries. I don't even know where my mind is right now. So, Mr. Krabs, the day that crabs fries.
It was about Mr. Krabs, because Plankton and Mr. Krabs, they had their little feud.
Their little debacle.
And this is where we saw the correlation. So Krabs, Mr. Krabs, any crab. Houdini.
What does Houdini do? he disappears.
What do crabs do?
They disappear. And you might be like, Hope and Emily, what are you talking about?
And crabs
hide in their shells.
They get
hide,
disappear.
Those basically mean the same thing. He disappears. He hides in his shell. Disappear.
So we found some of Houdini's biggest acts.
Yeah, sort of.
We found some of his greatest
hits.
Stunts.
Houdini was known for disappearing. It was a trick of his.
He had some pretty prominent acts, some pretty prominent, present, famous disappearances. So, his greatest hits, his greatest stunts. The day that crabs fries. The day that crabs fries.
Say it again. Really take it in. What does that sound like to you?
The day that crabs fries.
Kind of like an act.
Kind of like a special occasion. An event.
A disappearance.
Houdini,
Mr. Krabs, they're the same person. Basically, Plankton was just trying to allude to Mr. Krabs' disappearance shows as his secret identity of Harry Houdini. Mr. Krabs and Harry Houdini are the same person. And
Plankton was just trying
to help out his younger audience.
Open our eyes to that.
Help us understand that Mr. Krabs is more than just a crab.
Just a greedy red crab.
Nice. He's a magician. He's Harry Houdini. And I know, it sounds crazy, but
it was really just laid out there for all of us to figure out.
Right in front of our eyes.
It was just put right there for just the intellectual invested few to figure out and share with the rest of the world.
We were able to gather Plankton's messages and put it all together. And that's why we're sharing this theory today.
And you're welcome.
You're welcome. So that basically just concludes the video.
But this is just a taste of what our intellectual minds can produce.
And I know, again, it might be hard to grasp for people who don't really understand.
Or don't think like this, I guess.
But we just really got these subliminal messages from these shows.
We just wanted to share them with everyone, just to like open your eyes.
Just to let you see a little more. So thank you everyone for watching, and if you guys like,
thank you for all these.
Thank you for all 13, our zero viewers for watching.
That's it.
If you want more like crazy like fun like
we can do
like videos in the future, then like we can do whatever you want. So
yeah,
give this like a thumbs up if you think these theories are true.
Or if you have any of your like own theories,
like comment those too, because like
to us,
we would like love that.
I think that'd be beautiful.
It'd be like amazing. So like thank you guys, and like we'll like probably post more videos, but like
maybe.
But like maybe. Bye.
Bye.